Good evening, I'm Zen Thornton, and welcome to Washington Sports Network's The Zone on Fox, your place for local sports. Well, it's 2013, and we kicked it off with a bang over at Auburn Memorial Stadium in Seattle, where the Tri-City Elite took on the Washington Warriors in an all-star extravaganza. The Tri-City Elite junior football team, comprised of 7th and 8th graders from the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, taking on the Washington Warriors out of Auburn, Washington. These two teams faced off in the spring, with the Tri-City Elite pitching a shutout in that game. Warriors looking for some revenge against this new crop of Tri-City Elite. Early on, the Washington Warriors gonna get manhandled here on the first drive. Little gang tackle by the Tri-City Elite players, including Mr. Noah Weber. And then first blood, Washington Warriors on the board. Brennan Barberich, he's headed to Walla Walla, doing some work there in the backfield. And then defensively, that's Caleb Weber. And then again, this time as a running back, Caleb Weber, he's going to get into the end zone, drawing it to a tie. 2-point conversion would be good. That was Zach Borch on the 2-point conversion. And then Noah Weber, the cousin of Caleb Weber, getting it done too. He's headed to Southridge, his cousin to Chiawana. Then Brennan Barberich, headed to Walla Walla High School next fall, dancing into the end zone. And then some great defense. Villasenor with the tackle. Later on, this is in overtime, first overtime. Barberich dives for the pylon. What's the call? Touchdown. Tri-City Elite doing some partying prior to New Year's. They would go for the 2-point conversion and come up just short. So the Washington Warriors would take over, get their own shot to tie it up or win with the 2-point conversion. There's a tie. And now on the final play from scrimmage, Washington Warriors into the end zone, touchdown, and the victory. So this one would go to the Warriors, 22-20. We caught up with Coach Jerry Mercado after the game. Talk about today's game.
You know what? We came in knowing that this was going to be a bare-knuckle brawl, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. We didn't take the Warriors for granted whatsoever. We knew that we had beat them last year, but we also knew that they knew what to expect this year, and they would be gunning for us. And they came out, and they were ready to brawl, and that's what happened. You know, they scored first, and then we came in and we scored. One of our captains and really, really important players went down. That's part of the game. Reed Bond, our center. After we lost him, gosh, it was tough to even get a snap off. But that's what happens in football. You have to be ready when your number is called. I would like to thank all of the sponsors that have come forward for us. If you go to www.tcelitefootball.com, we're all about the kids, and we are endorsed by the Kennewick Grid Kids Football League and the Pasco Youth Football League. They're the ones that help us with the equipment, along with the other sponsors that give generous donations so that we were able to travel and feed the kids and whatnot. So I just want to let everybody out there know that is giving a dime to Tri-City Elite Football. God bless you, and I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. We'll catch up with you later.
All right.
Thanks, Jerry. So when we come back, the high schoolers, they have their own all-star game. We'll check out those results right after this. Hey, welcome back to The Zone on Fox. I'm your host, Zenon Thornton. Before we get into our basketball action, we had some more football action happening over the break. That's right, a high school all-star game, a bowl game over in Auburn. So in the high school version of the Tanoa Bowl, this is Team Washington taking on Team Utah, Chico McClatcher. They call him the Blue Mamba. They're on the nice kickoff return. And then his teammate, Keenan Curran, catches the first touchdown for Team Washington. They're on the board, leading Team Utah. Looking to go up top, but not on Jonah Ho out of Walla Walla, playing DB for Team Washington. Great defense and pass deflection there for Jonah Ho. Then, get out of Prosser, Danny Rapp getting into the mix. Physical takedown of the running back there. Little celebration. Get some props there from Alex Weber, Chiawana. Aspinall. Team Utah, though, would punch it in to draw it. All tied at 7s. Bodie Simpson catching the pass, but getting snuffed out there by a Team Utah defender. And then Alex Weber missed tackle there, but he's going to get back into the mix to get the takedown assist. Then Team Utah trying to get it going. Greg Aspinall around the corner, gets blasted by a Rapp, but not after a long gain. Jonah Ho had a heck of a night. 4 carries, 100 yards. Didn't get into the end zone, but showed he's got the skills. Speaking of skills, Dynamite Jones. Great name. He's got the skills and the hops. Dunks it over the goalpost after the touchdown. Jonah Ho, he's dynamite. Look at this long run. Impressing those in attendance on the west side. Should have probably got offensive MVP because he ripped off runs like this. Here's his 4th run of the night. 40-yarder down into Utah territory. Utah, though, would seal the deal. Dax Raymond into the end zone. Utah with the big win, 38-20 over Team Washington. Jonah Ho, 4 carries, 100 yards. Danny Rapp, Team Washington defensive MVP.
All right, here with Danny Rapp, Prosser Mustangs. Danny came over to Tanoa Bowl, took the defensive MVP for Team Washington. Just talk about the whole experience.
Actually, it was a great experience. I mean, playing with all these guys. When I came in, I'm from the east side, and so it was a little different. 5 of us came over, and you know, these guys from the west side, they're great guys. It was fun to play with them, and they made me better.
Jonah, just talk about the whole Tanoa experience, what it was like.
It's neat. It's just another opportunity to get out there and play more football. You know, most kids are done at this point in the season, so it's awesome just to come out here and get to play with some of the best people in the country, really, from like all 4 states. So it's awesome. I'm really enjoying it. I'm used to getting a lot more like time on the field, so I knew now that just every carry is like basically your last carry. You know, every defensive play is your last defensive play, so just 100%, don't hold back, don't try to pace anything. And so that's what it was like the whole time out there, and I think everyone played that way.
It was a great experience. I really like coming over here. It was a long drive, but we came over here. It was worth it to practice with these guys, meeting some of these guys, you know, D1 prospects, D1 commits. It was really interesting to see that. The game was just, you know, win or lose, it was a great experience. So.
Bodie, just talk about the whole Tanoa Bowl experience.
It was awesome getting to meet all the players and play with Team Washington. Just see all your competitions around and see how you match up. It was a great experience.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, you had an opportunity to practice, do some one-on-one stuff against a bunch of these guys. What do you what's that like?
It was good. I know I felt like I could compete coming in, and during practice I showed that I could, and I know I just made some nice friendships. And
so what's up next for Bodie Simpson? What you got?
Looking for colleges right now. Just trying to get that one opportunity so I can play.
Game 1 of the Tanoa Bowl, Alaska gets the win over Oregon despite the score, 40-29, Oregon's favor. Oregon used an unregistered player, thus the disqualification and the victory to Team Alaska. All right, so that wraps up our high school football action for the year. We head back indoors after the break to check out basketball. That's right, the Mid-Columbia back in full action. Conference play began in a big way. Welcome back to The Zone on Fox. I'm your host, Zenon Thornton. Basketball indoors. Such a great thing this time of year, isn't it, with the weather outside? We checked out the latest Mid-Columbia and Big 9 hoops action. Here it is. Richland taking on the Kennewick Lions at home. Little razzle-dazzle there in the clown pants. Kennewick coaching staff not too amused so far, but things would really get cranked up Nathan Streufert hits from the outside. This was indicative of this entire game. It was up and down the court, an offensive display. There's Mitch Muller nailing the jumper right back at him. This one would be an absolute track meet. Richland, 97-92. Streufert, 34 points, career high. Ryan Westover. Kennewick with 23 points. Furious pace to this game. Bombers come out victorious. The same night, over in Pasco, Julian Figueroa and Cordova taking on the Kamaikan Braves there. Pasco led early but could not withstand tough pressure defense from the Kamaikan Braves. There you see Figueroa convert the bucket and the foul. Just the poise of Kamaikan, though, down the stretch. Pulled this game out, taking care of the ball, clicking down the clock to the end. Kamaikan atop the Mid-Columbia in the 3A ranks there. They take down the Pasco Bulldogs by a score of 47-35. John Petch, Kamaikan, the leading scorer, 16 points. Julian Figueroa for Pasco led all Bulldog scores with 13. Another school in Pasco. There you see Coach Herron getting the troops going there on the basketball court. They were taking on the Southridge Suns. Good ball movement early on by the Suns. Molt into Voorhees. Chip shot in and count it. The Southridge Suns would get their first league victory. 55-44 over the Chiawana Riverhawks. David Mazzy, 16 points. Wesley Henderson for the Chiawana Riverhawks led all scores with 17. Now some girls action. This is Saturday night. Southridge Gym. The Kennewick Lions starting to roar in a big way. There you see the bucket and the foul. Later on, good ball movement by the Southridge Suns. And nice scoop shot with the left hand. Convert. Kennewick though. Princess Tamane. Bucket and the foul. She'd go to the line. Get it done there. Kennewick 53, Southridge 48. First league victory this year for the Kennewick Lady Lions. Now, the boys also went head to head. There's Devin Ramos with the nice drive to the bucket. Haberling down low to Spencer Voorhees to convert. Southridge took a big lead in the first quarter, mainly because of that. The boards being attacked by Spencer Voorhees. There's another one. He had a great game, led all scores with 22. Kennewick made it a game. There you see Plough get one in. Then John Wall from the outside three. But in the end, the Southridge Suns were able to match the intensity of the Kennewick Lions. There, Haberling gets another bucket. Kennewick falls to Southridge by a score of 55-47. Muller and Wall both have 14 points. Spencer Voorhees getting it done for Southridge had 22.
We got in foul trouble early. We had a great start. Spencer Voorhees, I think, had the first 8 points, and that was key for us. We hadn't been starting good lately, so he got us off to a good start. Then we got in foul trouble, and we had some guys come off the bench and play very well, and that was very good thing for us tonight.
Just came out, had a little chip on our shoulder, haven't beat them. We lost twice to them in the summer. Just came out, played big, did my part, did what I had to do, helped out everybody else. Well, I'm pretty much known for rebounds and stuff, so that's what I go do. That's my part on the team. So I just try to do my best. I tell the guys, shoot. You guys shoot. Trust me, I'll go get the boards. I'll get the defensive boards. I'll do what I can to keep us in this game. I just play my part, play my role well. Well, we came out pretty sloppy. Came out, got some big non-league wins, but then it came down. Got some league losses, 0-4. Had to come out this weekend. Yesterday we got a big win. Today just had to get another big win, put us in front of them, third. Keep us going. We got a long stretch ahead of us, so we got Richland and Hanford next week, so that's going to be a hard one. So I just got to come out, play like I did today, keep doing what I'm doing, have the team keep doing what they're doing, and we should be good. We just got to keep pushing, keep playing smart, play defense. Our offense is rolling, so just got to keep our offense going. I got to keep boarding. Everybody else got to play a part in that too. Take smart shots, play smart, and get some wins.
A lot of seniors on the roster this year. They didn't play a lot last year. Not a lot of minutes. Our guards did, Maisie and Haberling. So some other guys will have to fill roles that they're not used to. They're doing a good job so far. I'm hoping our best basketball is in front of us. So.
There you go. So some great rivalry games happening and more continuing on the next week. Right after the break, our top 10 basketball players list. We unveil it. It's brand new and it's coming your way. Welcome back to The Zone. We are the Washington Sports Network, and one thing we like to do is tell you who the best basketball players are in the region. We see them all out on the court. Here's our latest top 10. Take a look at our WSN top 10 boys list. Nikhil Lazat, A.C. Davis back in the lineup and healthy for the first time this season. Beginning to pour on the points. He's the floor general. Quick cut to the basket. Nikhil Lazat, just a sophomore. At number 9, Mitch Muller. Kennewick, the lefty, smooth stroke from the outside, gets to the basket. Smaller version, perhaps, of Bryce Levitt. He can fill it in a hurry. There for Kennewick. At number 8, Javon Williams. Steady performance. This kid does so much on the court. He can rebound, score, distribute, pressure defense. He does it all. He is the key to Kamiakin's success this year. Continue to watch Javon Williams. At number 7, Tanner Craner. Walla Walla, the big 6'8" post. He's imposing in the paint. He can score at will. Had about 35 the other day for the Blue Devils. He's one of the best players, certainly, in the Mid-Columbia Conference. At number 6, Cooper Clyde, another Kamiakin Brave. Cooper is the floor general for Kamiakin. Deadly shooter from the outside. Can get to the basket with penetration. He's steady, cannot be rattled, as we've said before. Cooper Clyde, one of the best guards in the state. Nathan Stroipert moves up a notch to number 5. He's been doing it big. Had 34 points the other night against Kennewick. He's an outside threat. You see him getting up and jamming. Nathan Stroipert is starting to turn it up in the Mid-Columbia. At number 4, Wenatchee's Dylan Sugg. This is another versatile post, inside, out type player. He's a floor leader. He's a quarterback on the football team. Dylan Sugg is the key to Wenatchee's success this year in a tough battle there with other league foes in the Big 9. At number 3, up a notch, Carlos Varjaro. Doesn't always have to be the leading scorer to make things go for A.C. Davis. He's a senior. He's got the leadership. He's got the court savvy. Excellent jump shot. Excellent penetration moves. Number 3, Carlos Varjaro. At number 2, Big Joe Douglas, an enforcer in the paint. Block shots are part of his forte. Rebounds are part of his forte. And he can also score as well. So Joe Douglas, the best post player right now in the Big 9 Mid-Columbia mix. Now, the best guard, the best player, Trey Thomas. He's a senior. He's been playing since his freshman year. He's confident. Outside shot. Interior penetration. Can get to the basket, draw the contact, and convert. Trey Thomas is number 1. Looking at 11 through 12. Some names to watch. Peyton Radliff is a superior guard for Richland, as is Max Jones, just a sophomore from A.C. Davis. Looking down the list, Wesley Henderson at number 17, Chiawana, post presence like you'd love to see from any kid on your team. Trey Searle, number 18 for Sunnyside. Haberling and Wall round out the list.
All right,
right, so there's our all-new list. When we come back, we're going to give you the latest information about WashingtonSportsNetwork.com, all the things we got going on. You're going to want to be a part of it, so come back right after the break. What a show we had tonight, huh? Football, basketball, all of that. Speaking of that, our DVD store. Check that out on our website, WashingtonSportsNetwork.com. You can get full replays of all the games we cover every Friday and Saturday night. And then every Saturday morning, be sure to check out our radio show. That's right, The Blitz, on 870 AM KFLD, 1030 to 1130, kicking the latest local sports knowledge and entertainment all for you. Hey, it's been a great show. Let's have a look at some more highlights from the past week's action.
Barberich around the outside. He's got a man to beat.
Oh!
Into the end zone. Touchdown!
Oh, are you kidding? Are you?
Motion is Barberich. They're going to give it to Weaver. Weaver breaks a tackle. Touchdown, try.
This ball's going to be handed off to Jonah Ho. He's got a lot of room to run. Up the left side and brought down.
Game with 7:02 left to go in the first. Haberling for 3 ball, no good. Molt, or Voorhees, excuse me, on the putback. Westover, Molt with a 3 ball, no good. And Voorhees up and over into the basket. Mazy's pass thrown away by Ramos. He'll lay it up and in, good for 2. Here come the Lions. No Wall. Now to John Wall. Good